Eric here with Team Eccentric, and I'm bringing you guys my ABC deck profile as of the December 3rd ban list of 2018. Now what's cool about this is that ASL core is finally back to 3. I believe it was a format or 2 where it was limited, all because of Firewall Dragon and degenerate loops that you could do in FTKs and things like that. Obviously, with a card that's as unhealthy as Firewall in the game, there was a lot of collateral damage in terms of what cards needed to be hit, so to speak, because obviously Konami at that time didn't want to ban Firewall. So, they hit cards that centered around some of the FTK strategies, A being one of them. It was very unfortunate. It didn't really, A was not the problem. It really didn't do anything wrong. It was more Firewall Dragon just being capable of, looping the A's with Cannon Soldier and just allowing you to burn through your opponent all in one turn. Now that Firewall is banned, this deck is actually viable and playable again, which is really, really awesome. I'm very happy. Actually, honestly, this ban list, I think, addressed, I'd say, about like 75% of the problem. We do still have Gumblar Dragon in the game, which is very questionable. But, Gumblar Dragon without Firewall Dragon is at least relatively more docile, I'd say. It's still very unhealthy. There's still anywhere between 4 and 6 card hand loops that people can do. I've seen so many combos, but that being noted, I just figured, Firewall being out of the game is at least relatively a step in the right direction. But all that out of the way, guys, I figure we'll get right into the deck profile. I'm very excited to bring you guys this deck. I'm finally, I've been testing this deck a little bit, and I am actually playing the Symphonic Warrior engine again. I feel like it's very, very good. It just allows you to increase the ceiling and the combo capacity of this deck. It's very good in my opinion. It just allows you to extend some of your plays. But we're going to get into it, and obviously we're playing Triple A. Thank goodness this card is back. I'm so happy this card is back. So 3A, we're playing 3B and 3C. Obviously, this is the standard lineup. You just play 3 of everything. It just makes more sense to do that. After that, for one more Light Union monster, I'm playing 1 Heavy Mech Support Armor. There's a combo that allows you to get into basically an untargetable Buster Dragon with just a 3-card combo. I'll show that to you guys after we finish the profile. But yeah, so 1 Heavy Mech Support Armor. I'm playing triple Gold Gadgets and triple Silver Gadget. These just basically are your extenders. These are what allow you to put rank 4s on the board, as well as go into some of your more link heavy combos and things like that. These cards honestly just assist your deck in ways that a lot of other cards don't. So, then after that, the Symphonic Warrior package, like I was saying, playing 3 Symphonic Warrior guitar and 2 mics. This is essentially Brilliant Fusion for machines, and it obviously, given that the guitar is a level 3 machine type monster, is searchable through that 3-card combo that I will show you guys later. It's a very, very good engine in my personal opinion. Last but not least for the monsters, 2 Ash Blossom. It's the only hand trap I play in this deck. I could play 3, but I feel like this deck is more catered to going first. It doesn't really do going second plays too much. It can obviously, you can play through, as long as you're a skilled enough player to play through a decently crafted board. It's whatever. But I just feel like Ash Blossom at 2 in this deck is relatively viable. Moving on now for Triple Union Hanger. Obviously, this is one of my favorite secret rares. Secret rare prints, honestly. I love the way this secret rare looks. After that, triple Called by the Grave. Now that this is back at 3 as well, this just allows you to play through hand traps. Your opponent attempts to hand trap you and you just say, fuck you, no. It's just amazing. This Union Hanger or any of your pieces in tandem with Called by the Grave in your hand, you're probably going to set up a board, if not win. So it just puts you turns ahead of your opponent. After that, we're playing 2 Terraforming, obviously, because it's at 2, unfortunately. 2 Pot of Desires. I know Pot of Desires is kind of weird, because you're banishing 10 cards, but at the same time, I mean, it is a +1, and this deck, like I said, does have an increased ceiling with the Symphonic Warriors. So this just allows you to get that added card advantage. And then for the 3 1-up spells, we're playing 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Monster Reborn. These are kind of standard for the most part. I mean, Foolish Burial just allows you to dump something. Soul Charge obviously is, reestablish, and then Monster Reborn is obviously that 1 card, bring back, I suppose you would say. So now for the trap cards, we are playing 4, and we're just playing a Solemn Brigade, 2 strike, 1 warning, 1 judgment. I just figured that like with a card like Suk, Bujinte Tsukiyomi, you do have the capability to at least draw into some traps and set them. And not only that, I mean, after all, ABCs are great in a lot of ways with like spot removal and things like that. But, just having these counter traps in the main deck allows you to kind of bolster your defenses a bit and just kind of set up just that much more of an impressive board with, Buster being able to banish something and having a trap set face down. It just allows you to, like I said, bolster your board a bit, which is definitely what this deck needs, in my personal opinion. And then now we're going into the extra deck. So obviously we're playing triple ABC Dragon Buster, one of the best boss monsters in the game, in my personal opinion, right alongside the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. I'd say this card is second. Conductor Tyranno is first. And then after that, for Link monsters, we're playing 1 Borrelsword Dragon for OTKs, 1 Decode Talker because, it's a Link 3, 1 Proxy Dragon, 1 Hit Push Shinigami, 1 Clifford Genius, and 1 Underclock Taker. This is my Link lineup. I feel like this is pretty relevant, and what's cool is the interaction with Genius and the Symphonic Warriors. If you notice, Genius's effect says that if there are 2 machine monsters that are special summoned to its zone simultaneously, so if you Soul Charge machines or if you tag out with Buster and summon 2 pieces in those zones, you get to search a level 5 or higher machine. So you get to search your Symphonic Warrior mics, which can actually help you because in order to activate your Symphonic Warrior Guitars effect, you have to put it in scale and discard a card. So if you set up the right kind of board, you can put this in scale and then do your Buster plays and then tag out on your opponent's turn and then search this, and then on your turn, now you can set Pendulum Scales and you get Pendulum Summons on top of all of your other really annoyingly oppressive plays. So that's actually a really interesting little concept that I was testing out, and it's really cool. It actually does work really well. It's really interesting. So that's it for the links. The rest of them are pretty standard, but the Clifford Genius interaction I thought was really cool. After that, for rank 4s, we're playing the Utopia package because you need to be able to beat over stuff. We're playing 1 Tornado Dragon because back row is a thing right now, and just being able to blow up your opponent's Ultrageist cards or whatever back row they're playing can be very imperative to your game state. It just allows you to blow through your opponent's stuff and just kill them right then and there, given you get the opportunity. 1 Bujinte Suk because obviously Tsukiyomi is probably one of the best power cards in this deck. It's one of the best, I'd say, not necessarily power cards, but in terms of card advantage, it just allows you to power through your deck and cycle through your deck and just draw more cards and send your pieces to the graveyard to draw into the the Solemn Brigade that you have or whatever. It's just really, really good. Just pluses for days. There were times where I would Suk into a Pot of Desires off of 1 card, so I would get a +1 off of the 1 card in my hand with Suk. And then after that I would Desires and get another +1, so that's a thing. And then last but not least for the rank 4s is 1 Gear Gagan X because this is involved in the combo that allows you to make an untargetable Buster Dragon, which I will show you. So that is it for the deck profile, guys, and now get prepared for the Alright guys, so like I said earlier in the profile, I'm going to be showing you guys a combo that allows you to make an untargetable ABC Dragon Buster turn 1. It's a 3-card combo. What this combo requires is for you to have 1 of 2 pieces in your hand, either A or C, not B. You don't want to use B, but preferably A or C. Most preferably C. Then you want Silver or Gold Gadget. That really doesn't matter as long as you have 1 of the 2 gadgets. And then you want Union Hanger or Terraforming in your hand. So you can see that this combo has a lot of ways that you can adapt it depending upon what you draw. There's a lot of different ways to go about it. But I do have these 2 trap cards in the hand just to depict that this is a 5-card starting hand, but we're just using these 3 cards in our opening hand just to start this combo off. So we're gonna get into it. we're going to start with Union Hanger. And Union Hanger is actually going to search us our heavy mech support armor, okay? So then we're going to normal summon Silver Gadget, and use Silver Gadget's effect to special summon C from the hand, thus triggering Union Hanger. Now Union Hanger allows us to equip B. Okay, that's specifically what you want to equip, that's why you don't want to draw it. Then you want to overlay and go into Gear Gagan X, which allows the B to fall off. I apologize if this is all reversed with the field spell in the graveyard, it's just I'm doing this upside down. So, but then B will trigger, which allows you to add A, okay? So now you have Gear Gagan X with Union Hanger, B engrave, A, and heavy mech support armor in hand. You detach the C from the Gear Gagan X, and you get a search of a level 4 or lower machine, so you search Symphonic Warrior Guitar. Here, you can activate your guitar, and then you use guitar's effect, you discard the A, and then you get to special summon the Symphonic Warrior from your deck, so you special summon Symphonic Warrior Mics. Mics, when summoned, allows you an additional normal summon. So, you get the additional normal summon of Heavy Mech Support Armor. Heavy Mech Support Armor on summon allows you to summon the Union monster from your graveyard, so you special summon the B. Okay? And now here, you can link summon for 2 with B and Gear Gagan X into the Clifford Genius, and then B allows you to get another search. So, usually here it doesn't really matter what you search, just depending on what, future plays you want to mold, what, play strings you want to go down in future turns. I usually go for a Assault Core, it just kind of depends on how play structuring is for your future turns. And then here, you have all 3 of your pieces engraved, so you just banish them all. You go A, B, and C, and then you can special summon your Dragon Buster. And now you can use Heavy Mech Support Armor and equip to Dragon Buster, and then you have A in hand that you can use as the discard outlet for Buster's effect. And if these are other cards, like, these could be Forbidden Chalices, these could, Pot of Desires, whatever, what have you. But just for simplicity's sake, we're gonna just say that they're 2 trap cards. You can set them. You can do whatever you want with those 2 cards to mold future turns. And so yeah, that's the combo for an Untargetable Buster. Turn 1. That also has a discard outlet for its effect. It's really, really good. I really like this combo. But yeah, so here's the thing. This actually, this is the concluded first turn combo, but this allows you to mold future plays for other turns. For example, let's say your opponent doesn't really have much, or they don't want to play into whatever you have here. Before, you pass to your opponent, they don't play much, they pass back to you. Before they end, you use Dragon Buster's effect to tribute, and you special summon these 3 here. And then, so now you use, you can order these chain links, however. I believe this is mandatory. Yep, so you can go chain link 1, 2. 2, when activated, or in order to activate this, you have to special summon 2 machine monsters, I believe, to zones that this points to simultaneously. And then you get to add a level 5 or higher machine, so you get to add Symphonic Warrior Mics. Then you can resolve Hanger and equip another piece. So just for simplicity's sake, we'll say B equips to C here. Just something along the lines there, something like that. This is on your second turn, so this is after your opponent has passed and passed it back to you. And now you actually get to search this because of Clifford Genius, which allows you pendulum summons. So now you can actually pendulum summon. If you didn't discard this A, or if you have other monsters in your hand, you can pendulum summon. So I really, really do think that ABCs have a lot of potential and combo potentiality. That's why I really like playing the Symphonic Warrior engine, but I really appreciate it. Really appreciate any views you guys give us. Just let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you saw maybe any mistakes I made during this combo, maybe I'm misplaying something, let me know. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best Yu-Gi-Oh player in the world or anything. I don't claim to be, but it's just really cool thinking up combos, especially with a deck that has as much combo potentiality as this deck, because it's just so fluid and so just good at what it does, which is using and abusing link summoning as a means to put its pieces in the graveyard in order to summon its boss monster. So, as always, Eric here with Team Eccentric, and I'm signing out. Rate and subscribe, leave your comments and ideas in the comment section below, and don't hesitate to give us respectful suggestions on content you want to see. Eric on behalf of the team saying take care, and Team Eccentric out.